Hiring sucks, and as I grow to $1 million business, I'm already 20 to 25% of the way there. This process is holding me back, but not anymore. I just hired 6 AI employees, and they're handling what normally would require an entire team. Let me introduce you to Marbleism. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how these AI employees actually work, what the cost is compared to real hires, and whether this is the future of building a completely solo $1 million a year business. Now, I've partnered with Marbleism to get you an exclusive discount just for my audience. Click that first link down below in the description to get an extra 20% off for life. Over 10,000 businesses already trust them, and they have a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you got nothing to lose. Alright, so what is Marbleism? Here is the reality of running a business solo. You are the CEO, marketer, salesperson, content creator, receptionist, and everything in between. And there is a ceiling to how much one person can do until now. With Marbleism, you set up 6 AI employees that handle specific roles for you that would require normally hiring different people to do. And the wild part is they actually work, and it is very easy to use. And what blew me away is how easy it is to get set up. Let me just show you a little bit of what is possible. Now, when it comes to AI employees, you might have some questions. A lot of AI tools promise to make your life easier, but here's what actually makes AI employees different. When you go to a traditional AI tool, it's gonna require you to become a prompt engineer, which just requires you to become so good at remembering everything to say and when to say it and who to say it to and all the specifications you're gonna need to get the specific output you want. So you'll have different rules for your social media, your emails, your contracts, and the list goes on. And as you can tell, that's already really exhausting. But with AI employees, all of that context is already built in. Each employee has specific guidelines designed for their role. That means you're not starting from scratch every time, and you're not managing prompts. The intelligence is already there. Just think about how difficult it is to hire a virtual assistant. You find the right person, then you train them for weeks, and then you realize that you have a lot of work for them this week, but not next week, so you have to figure out hours, and you have to continue to train them on unique use cases. All of that complexity goes away with AI employees. You connect your tools, you set your preferences once, and they start working immediately. Now, is this gonna replace human creativity and strategic thinking? No, not at all. But just think about how many hours you spend a week on repetitive tasks. I did the math for myself, and even for a schedule like mine where I feel really productive, I have repetitive tasks that take up 5 to 7 hours a week. So the bottleneck I'm feeling in my company is about to buy me back 28 hours a month. And when we compare that to the actual cost of this software that we're gonna talk about in a minute here, this is insane. And that's just where everything clicked for me. So let me show you each AI employee and how they work. First, let's start off with Eva. Eva is your AI executive assistant. Her main role is to manage your inbox and your calendar. So here's how it works. You connect Eva to your email, whether it's Gmail, Outlook, or anything else. As you know, it just takes seconds. Then the moment she's connected, she starts organizing everything. Every email gets automatically categorized, and you'll see all the labels, like what you need to respond to, receipts, meeting updates. They all appear on the right side of your inbox. You could also customize these categories as well. You just tell her what you want and she'll make it happen. Now, organizing your email is helpful, but what really takes this to the next level is she is able to draft responses to any of your emails. Whether someone sends you a meeting request or someone sends you a business proposal, she drafts replies based on your writing style. So let me give you a little breakdown. Eva has now analyzed all your emails in your inbox, so she has learned your tone, your phrasing, and your structure. That means she's gonna sound exactly like you. And as you train her more and more, you are gonna have an assistant that could work for you 24/7. Now, not only that, but she could also auto-archive emails based on set rules. She could be a meeting note taker, and she could set up task reminders. But I didn't mention calendar. So if you're using scheduling tools like Calendly, you could add your link in and give it to Eva, and she'll automatically include it when someone requests a meeting. And you could message her directly to set reminders or get alerts of important emails. Now, do not fret if you manage multiple inboxes, maybe personal, business, and others, you can create separate workspaces. That way, each workspace will get its own Eva to manage it specifically. Now, I mentioned there are 6 different AI AI employees. That is just Eva. That's just the first one. Let's get into the second. Let me introduce you to Sunny. Sunny is going to handle all your social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, or your Google business profile. Here's Sunny's workflow. Every day, Sunny is going to send you content ideas based on your business, so they're all personalized. Then you get to pick the one you like and he'll generate the full post, text and images. From there, you could publish immediately, schedule it for later, or make edits. Plus, one thing I love is that Sunny can generate images for you, or you could upload your own photos and ask Sunny to edit them with specific styles or backgrounds. That means if you want a specific aesthetic for your brand consistently with everything that Sunny generates, you could set that in the guidelines. Plus, you could set Sunny to run completely on autopilot. You could tell him to create and schedule 5 LinkedIn posts every Monday and he'll do it. That means each week, without you touching anything, Sunny is going to be working. He'll analyze your previous posts to match your tone and style, and in your guidelines section, you can fine-tune the image style, content themes, everything to make sure it is consistent with your brand, voice, and values. So Sunny will help you fill up your content calendar, make sure that you could set up beautiful posts, even carousels if you want, and make sure that you are showing up on all your social platforms. Now, let me introduce you to Penny, who will write your SEO optimized blog content for your website. Now, her goal is simple: to make you show up higher on search engines and to bring in more leads. Penny is going to send you article ideas based on keywords that your customers are actually searching for that are relevant to your brand. Plus, you could go in the guidelines and add or remove any of the keywords. When you approve an idea, she'll write a full article with on-brand images, tables, quotes, and an engaging format. I even told Penny to rewrite one of my videos into a blog post, and she did it in just a few moments. That means she was able to scrape my video, pull the transcript, and then write a post based on my content. Now, another important aspect here is internal linking. Penny knows all the pages on your website, and she will automatically add relevant links to other articles, product pages, services, whatever. And if you want to hear something really cool, Marblism as a business themselves started working with Penny last May, about 6 or 7 months ago. They are already ranking number 8 for AI employees. That is solid. All she's doing is posting 2 to 3 articles per week for the last few months, and now Google is already noticing. Now, once an article is ready to publish, you would typically have to manually go in and copy and paste everything into your website. But with Penny, if you have a Wix, a WordPress, Shopify, or Webflow website, with one click, you could get that blog post to be live on your website. Personally, my website is on Framer, and I hope they integrate with them soon, but overall, this is a really powerful set of features. Because as you know, and as I'm recording this video, content creation can become a massive delay and bottleneck in your business that limits your growth and ability to get in front of the right audience at the right time where they want to make decisions to choose your product or service. So if Penny could handle the writing and SEO optimization for my business while I'm focused on running it, that is a significant time saver. And the fact that she could take all my videos and turn it into articles is even more impressive. Now, let me introduce you to Stan, because Stan by himself is worth his weight in gold. Stan is your outbound sales rep. He's connected to a database of, get this, 700 million leads. And his job is finding potential customers for you, reaching out to them via email, and then following up if they don't respond. During setup, Stan will ask you about your target customer and business. Then he'll create cold email templates that are benchmarked against the best performing templates in the industry. And all you do is set your search filters to define who Stan should target. Just like that, you are now building your business on autopilot. And the targeting here is for US business owners. And as you can see on my screen, there are a lot of options for how you could filter for your specific industry and business. Now, once this is set up, Stan will reach out daily, send emails, follow up, and convert leads into conversations. So when someone replies and they're interested, Stan will notify you immediately. And one thing I haven't touched on, but can be its own video in itself, is there's also LinkedIn automations. Just think about this, the advantage, and if Stan brings you one new client a month at the bare minimum, you are already paying worth its weight in gold by just getting started with Marblism today. The advantage here is the consistent outbound work that you're doing without any manual follow-up, checking email, sending emails, none of that. He's working in the background generating leads while you handle other parts of your business. Now, let me introduce you to Rachel. She is your AI receptionist. Now, Rachel will answer your business calls, and when you onboard her, you'll get a dedicated phone number that you could put on your website, email signature, anywhere. And when people call, Rachel will pick up. She could do three things. She could answer questions about your business, she could transfer calls to your phone or other numbers, and she could also book appointments directly on your calendar. And you could easily toggle each of these capabilities on or off. Also, in the guidelines, you could tell Rachel everything she needs to know about your business, whether it's pricing, FAQs, services. You can build a knowledge base so she could handle all your customer questions confidently. You could use Rachel as a filter for spam calls as well, only transferring urgent ones to you. And after every call, she'll send you a summary, transcript, and the caller's phone number so you could follow up if needed. She's already handled tens of thousands of conversations already, so her training is solid. The sixth and final employee today is Linda, your AI legal assistant. Now, this feels like a big promise to fill, but let's see what Linda can do. Linda handles contract review and legal document analysis. This is one of those tasks that most business owners either completely avoid or stress about constantly. You upload a contract or a legal document, and Linda will break down the complex legal jargon into plain English. She highlights critical clauses that you need to pay attention to and the stuff that could actually impact your business. So if a client sends you a service agreement, instead of pretending you read the whole contract or trying to upload it to ChatGPT and see what it says, or paying a lawyer $300 an hour to review, you send it to Linda. She'll explain what every section is and point out to you things that seem a little bit unusual or potentially problematic. And if you have any questions about the contract, any specific terms, you could ask and she'll respond. Now, just think of this. This is going to increase your confidence of how you handle your contracts. Now, as you know, an AI assistant at this level, Linda does not replace your lawyer for any major complex deals, complex negotiations, or situations where you actually need legal counsel. But for reviewing a standard contract, understanding terms and conditions, or getting clarity on everyday legal documents, that's exactly where she fits. Now, let me put this all into perspective. Let's talk about pricing. If you want to build a real team to handle everything I just showed you, here's what it's going to look like. If you were about to hire all these roles that I'm listing here on the screen, you would easily be paying anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 a month for these roles. Not to mention taxes, trying to find the right person, working with time off and schedules and all of that stuff. With Marbleism, simple as that, you were getting all 6 employees for less than a meal. For $24 a month, you have employees working 24/7. Just really think about that for a second. The world we live in is crazy. There's no sick leave, there's no vacation days, there's no drama. Now, obviously, I get it. AI employees are not going to replace humans' strategic thinking, creativity, or relationship building. But do you need a human to do every single repetitive, time-consuming task that just drains energy? As you can see, this makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. The reality of running a business solo or with a small team is more possible today than ever before. You don't need a massive team, and I really believe that a tool like this will help somebody do 4 or maybe 5 times the level of work they could have done on their own. Personally, I am about 20 to 25% into the journey of becoming a $1 million a year one-person business, and I believe my partnership with Marbleism is what's going to get me to $1 million a year. Now, if you got this far in the video, I highly encourage you to try out Marbleism today. Click that first link down below in the description, plus you'll get an extra 20% off, and you could get set up in just a few minutes. If you do have any questions, they are known to respond within 15 minutes or less. So if you have any issue during setup, make sure you message them and they'll respond right away. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.